Yeah, it's on a Sunday. Mm, it's on a Sunday. I think it's the best time actually to. And I'm from church, by the way. I've just come from church. Let me check if I have storage. Yeah, check if I have storage. hmm Okay, 10 GB. That is enough for 50 minutes. Yeah, 50 minutes. Now, it was yesterday I was talking about that thing. That thing of, yeah, the aftermath of living. Yeah. You know, after placing that call, I decided, I'll take myself there, and we I hear what he's saying afresh. He was claiming that I should pay half of the rent, which I was against. But he heard my voice, by the way. He heard me. Ati mimi nilipe rent, and I know very well that I'm not going to live in this place. Hi. So, in fact, I even I raised that up while he called. Ati nilipe. Hey, gas. He raised another issue of gas. Gas was like, okay, you I accept. I have your debt because the other time I did not refill, and I had promised that I'm going to refill the gas. So I owe you one. I didn't refuse because I know how to keep. Although I didn't keep my word, however, I know I had a debt somewhere. Now I'm going to the house again. I ask again. I just want you to give me again, come again, bring that conversation again. What do I owe you? What do I owe the landlord? He tells me, gas. You should pay half. I was like, see, that makes sense. She could have said that instead of talking about many things. By the way, that conversation didn't even last for even 10 seconds. Or let's say 20. I asked, I want you to repeat whatever you said. Because I was prepared to argue. Trust me, I was prepared to argue. Because on my side, I don't see any unfair act that I have done to anybody. I knew, therefore I'm coming clean, and you cannot pin me to any mistake that I've done. So that's that. It ended up that way. I sent him 600 shillings. Now, I was able to withdraw money from my FX Pesa, and unfortunately it was $13. I think so. 13, imagine. Now this will when you do the exchange from USD to KSH, this is about 1600 shillings. I was like, by the way, that could not have been enough. I didn't know. I was not aware that the money that I have could not even pay the 2500 shillings. Therefore, I could not have even fulfilled my promise of paying the rent 2500 shillings. That is half of the amount that was left. However, I quit. I was actually not aware. I actually was telling myself maybe that money that I have in my account is enough. So right now I have 1600. Wait, in fact it is not 1600. After sending him 600 shillings for the gas, because I've been using gas but sparingly. So it was more fair to just pay the half. And now I have no debt with anyone. So I have no debt with anyone right now. Like even my GF, I had promised her some yogurt. I bought her. Actually, it was the day that I was drinking. I was taking the yogurt the other day. I was eating the other day, that evening. I also bought her another yogurt, and it was a promise. It was a promise and I delivered. The other thing, right now I don't have any debt with anyone except help. I've received the whole amount, the whole help fund money. What is left is just I'm supposed to pay almost, is it 200,000 Kenyan shillings or even 160? 40 times 4? Oh, it's 160,000 Kenyan shillings. So I'm supposed to pay that. That and now the rent. Yeah, the rent to the landlord. So I pay for the house that I'm currently living in. And something's just telling me that the rent for the whole year will just be paid. I don't know where the money is going to come from, but it will just be paid for, how, it doesn't matter how, but the rent will be paid for one full year. Now, if I decide to pay 96,000 Kenyan, that goes for 12,000. Actually, 12 months, 12 full months. If I pay right now, today's on 16th, actually 16th March, for that house. Now, no rent will be asked from me, or I'm not expected to pay any rent for this whole year until March next year, date 16, 2026 by then. So I'll live a fulfilled and happy and peaceful life, knowing that no one I owe no one anything right now. So that will be a good time to just practice content creation. By that time I'll have thrived in forex. I have no doubt I'll have been a master. We have been a pro in forex, and even in Excel I'll have many gigs. Therefore, even after that, I'm assured that I can even pay for another full year and I continue staying there. However, that's not my plan. My plan is not to stay in this school for long. Just maybe 1 year. Yeah, 1 year and I'm out. I'll be out. Like I'm out. So therefore, it makes more sense to just, focus on the priorities right now. Now, the father talks. Now, basically that's that. So I don't have any debt with anyone right now. So, wow, on the house that I'm living in, I don't know why it is giving this comfort and this warmth. That bro, yeah. And in fact, as much as I did this in a haste manner, moving into this house, I think I'm subjecting myself to pressure, good pressure, because every time that pressure is brought to my my mind, my brain is able to figure out things very fast and even to act very fast. Like right now, I know sasa every month I'm expected to pay 8,000. That is enough pressure to help, in fact, to trigger my brain to just start looking for solutions. How do I look for money? Fast. Like, I want something, money in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm done. Like, I have looked for enough money to do that. Yesterday, I found myself even researching the brokers again. Okay, before I decided to practice forex with a real account, I had to do some research about brokers. Who are the best brokers here in Kenya? Do they offer M-Pesa payment? Do they accept M-Pesa as a payment option? Yeah. I didn't know what is leverage is. I decided to just, let me go with a local forex broker. The rest will just, I don't know what will happen. Let me just move in. I don't want to think about anything right now. Because, and this came as a result of, I'm not comfortable in this house. Let me look for my own money, and then I'll figure out how to move out. I think that's what brought the pressure of now getting into forex. To this far that I've come, I appreciate the fact that I went to that place. However, it was not a. Although I keep on saying this, I was not supposed to be there. However, it was important for me to go there, for me to be subjected to pressure, get into forex, know forex right now, and then, right now I think I know what forex, the basics of forex. What is margin? All the magical numbers and the magical names that are in the MT4, MT5. How to deposit? Basically how forex works. I know, and I am privileged enough to even to go beyond even the forex thing. I have understood the concept behind forex. What is moving forex? What is happening on the underground? Like beneath the charts, what is happening behind? Who is controlling? Who is moving the charts up, the graph up? Who is moving the graph down? You see, all these things I have understood, and it's not by my power. It is by the grace of God that I know all these things. Therefore, I'm using this for my advantage to help me actually, in this pressure that I have subjected myself to. Rent needs to be paid. And now this brings me to the point of, now, yesterday I was trying to calculate. There's a likelihood that the money that I have that is holding my current positions in my MT5, or even my trades that are that are active right now, only that the market is closed, there's a likelihood that I won't get that money back. There's a high I don't know. I'm just speculating things. But on the higher side, I know there's a probability that I might lose that money in the nini. Now, that's not the problem. Now, I think in my entire life, in fact, in my experience with life, and even from other people's experience, I have come to learn that if you know the process of starting and keep on the thing that you have started, like God was able to create all these things in 6 days, and he's able to sustain all these things for all that time. So God knows the process, and if it were to occur that all these things were to be destroyed and he creates another universe and he decides to create again, I am sure it will actually be more easier because he has started it and he has done it. He knows how to to start things from the scratch and to continue. Now this happens to even most of the what do you call them, entrepreneurs. They start a business, it thrives, and even they sell it to another person, or probably the business dies. However, it's the paradigm of starting and learning how to maintain it is what matters. Starting from scratch, from zero, like square one, zero. In fact, not square one, zero. I have nothing. However, I have an idea. I have an ability to create. How can I use that ability to create another business that will thrive? It will be a multi-millionaire business. Now, there are these kinds of entrepreneurs who start businesses with their ideas, and every time they start and they push that idea, it always results to a huge multi-billionaire business. Every time they start, you are guaranteed that it will be a multi-billionaire, business. But what keeps this, happening? What what makes this possible? Okay, that's the question. What keeps this possible? What makes this possible? It is the idea of, if I can start one and I've been able to maintain it and it has become successful, therefore I can start the second one. Now, which brings me to the point of, I've started Forex, a real Forex account. I have almost blown it. However, that's not the point. I know how to get profit and I know how the losses come in. Question: can you be able to start another real account? And now, since you have now the full idea of what is happening, you can considering that you, in fact, the first experience is what is important, because it gives you confidence to even start the second one, and the workarounds, the navigation towards success, because everyone is after success. Now, briefly talk about the second account. Yesterday an idea hits me. I'm like, okay, I have 1600 shillings. 600 shillings has gone. My movements, or even now I paid a border guy to buy me, or even to help me transport the chair, table and mattress to the current apartment that I'm living in now. So that is 600 now minus 100 gone. I now have almost 900 wait, it is actually 800, I think so, yeah. I have now 800 shillings, which now I bought some milk for my kefir to keep the culture, moving or even alive. So at this point, I have almost 800 plus some coins on top. I paid the electricity, so that's what I'm using right now in the house to charge my phone, let's say, run my laptop. An idea hits me, by the way, while I'm in the house. I'm like, see, I know what leverage is. Leverage is like a loan. Why don't I open another account? Considering this account that I have in FX Pesa, it might result to a negative, and I don't want to deposit my money and find myself in the negatives. This is something that I really don't want to do, because I have a limited resources. Now, how can I use these limited resources to help me navigate to that point where I have enough money to now? And considering that I know the forex mechanics, why don't I choose a broker? Why don't I find out a broker that has a good leverage? Now, FX Pesa has almost 1,400. I look for something like 1,000, and my interaction with the comments in Pizzo FX TikTok account. Now, he did a content video about leverage. He talks about the benefits of using, okay, he was collecting data. He was like, which leverage do you use, guys? How much leverage do you use? I saw a comment, 2,000. I was like, and now Pizzo FX is recommending 100, or even if it goes too far, 200. He had his own reasons. In fact, that video was more of a exposure video. I'm like, better. I appreciate the fact that he took time, recorded that video, and people commented. That's where, my memory now is now making me, okay, think about it in a way that, okay. Now, that's not the point. Let me go back to the point. You know, I'm calculating my risks. The risk of losing money in these trades that I'm currently holding is high. However, there's the other side. This thing is 50-50. I might get money or I might lose money. If I lose money, that means the graph will be higher than it is right now. So that means I'll be in my negatives because I'll have a debt with the FX Pesa. I'm like, is that really a good idea to and it might be even $4, $5. That will deplete all my resources. However, I don't want to risk that because I understand Forex. Now, I thought of why not open another account with another broker? And in fact, for that matter, look now for other things. Like in a leverage, I was looking for leverage. I found out that Wakina XM Trading offers leverage of about 1,000. That's a ratio 1 to 1,000. Now, I went ahead and scrolled to see other brokers. What are they offering? I found out that here is my client. He's the person that I'm looking for. It's FBS. They're offering 4,000. I'm like, I think this is the best forex that or even forex broker that I can work with. Of course, they have their standards of operating your account, your personal account. It should have you should be able to deposit more than $5. That's okay with me. I can't, not that I am lacking that $5. I think the money that I have is equal to $5. Okay, $5, that will be enough. Plus, usually my strategies are guaranteed that you are going to get the profits. Therefore, I'll be in a more safe place. Now, the advantage that I have with this leverage is that I can place more trades, and now I'll be patient. I'll not be limiting myself, unlike working FX Pesa, because I'm not being patient enough to just wait for the trades to just hit my profit and I take them out. I usually take them when they are about to. I'll be patient. In fact, I'll just be patient. Yeah, and that leverage is an advantage because that means more loan to me and more, positions. That will help me actually. I say that I'm not ever going to chase my losses. Look forward for a good day, take your profit, and you go out of the market. That's what I do nowadays. Me staying there at I'm recovering the money that I lost. Hey, bro, you will live there forever. So I'm avoiding that. Now, I want to go back to the library and open an FBS and verify the account. And I'll have a real account with FBS. Considering the leverages are good, now I'll start trading tomorrow. I might have some chances tomorrow. So yeah, make my first profits. And now I'll be patient. There's a way my mind has shifted. This is how it is thinking. From my moving in to level. Hey, there's a way my mind has just shifted to another level. I'm now aware of my abundance. I'm living in abundance. And I believe in myself. I believe it's possible. Therefore, I have no reason to even fear. And my God is with me. God is here to take care of my needs. God is there to just facilitate me. It is His plan for me to be successful. That is Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Thrive, plans for success and prosperity. Yeah, I have no doubt my God will need me. Now, I'm done with Forex. So that's my plan. Open an account with FBS, verify it, and I'll be done. Oh shit. And while going to the library, I think I should remove my my ID, and I'll use it to verify it, because we usually leave our bags. In fact, it is here. We usually leave our bags to a counter somewhere, yeah, so that you don't put books, library books, and you run away with them. So it's important to keep the books. It's a protocol. It's a library measure, security measure here in Moi University. Now, actually, the library is called Margaret Thatcher Library. Now, so that's my plan. Go open the account. After that, I think I'm continuing with the book. How to slaughter diabetes 5 minutes a day. However, for the cover page, Akia, I'm lost. I am honestly lost. Akia, and I'm praying to God that I get someone who I can work with. I tell him the concept of the book cover, and he'll be able to design, because I can design, yes. However, it will not be that precise. I just want someone who is experienced in this field, and I need to pay them. I don't know who to go to. However, I believe they'll come. Now, as I was walking to this place, I have realized that I'm a bit rushing this book. I'm rushing this book too fast. Like, honestly, I'm like, okay, I think I'm rushing this book in a way, and I want it to just go slowly until I complete everything. Anyway, after creating the FBS account and familiarizing myself with their system, or even their website, I'm gonna, after that, it will take about 1 hour. It is about 12:58. The library will be opened in just 2 minutes. Now, considering that I'll not be here, the library, 1 hour, familiarize myself with the Nini, so that when I access even through the phone, I'll know where to go to, where to deposit the money, how to change the leverage, such things. In fact, I'm putting my leverage as maximum. As maximum. So yeah, because I have limited accounts, almost $5. $5. I have to be really, have to ensure that the resources that I have, the small resources that I have, will be able to guarantee me a profit tomorrow. Which by the end of the week, this week, in fact, this is a new week, I'll be guaranteed that I have things in my house. Maybe the gas cylinder with gas in it. I'll be able to buy a sufuria, maybe two, because I'll not be cooking too much, or even so much. So another thing, I'll be that's that. I think that's that. Household items, sufuria, gas, pay for electricity. And in some few weeks, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to buying a fiber MiFi that will help me. That will facilitate me to access the internet and even do what is required from me. The activities. Usually, I use a computer most of the time, and most of the things usually require the internet. Forex. You want to analyze the market, you need internet. Yes, we have Wi-Fi in this apartment that I am currently living in. However, it is Connect, and remember, I have a beef with Connect. When you pay, after maybe 2 minutes or even 5 minutes, that's when internet decides to just run away. Connect is just a way of modernizing theft. Every time that you pay internet, the system will just shut down. You won't be able to connect to the router again, or even to their website. Like, that's it. Like yesterday, it was at almost 2 or even 3 a.m. I paid 10 shillings I was to do research about those brokers. Let me tell you, I paid the 10 shillings. That means unlimited internet for 5 hours. Imagine that's how the electricity, internet, I lost connection with them. Like, with them, it's not a guarantee that you'll have a reliable internet. So I can't rely on these people. Hey, on the way I'm living in a good apartment, yet they can't. Anyway, me, I'm no longer. I said these words. I'm not going to rely on these local internet providers. I want the standard ones, which are known. The standard ones, not standard per se, but the common internet providers, ISPs, internet service provider here in Kenya. This includes Telcom, Safaricom, Airtel, Fiber. Those ones are the main one. These others are just bahatisha. They don't really have a name, and I can't rely on them. And the things that I'm doing requires fast internet. Forex, this requires real-time, reliable, strong internet, so that I can make my profits. So I'll find myself, and I'll even find myself even buying a Starlink, because there was a point, was it in April last year, or even it was in May, when electricity, the undersea cable back in Mombasa, it was cut, and we had connections problem here in Kenya, the whole of Kenya. So I don't want to find myself in a situation where I don't have internet, bro. Internet to me is just like bread. It's like water. I depend on that thing to help. In fact, it is like water in my work. I cannot survive without it. Okay, Excel is offline. However, I also need internet to research things here and there. Forex, don't even talk about it. That requires internet. Now, there'll come a point I'll buy my own Starlink, so as to avoid such disruptions. Yeah, maybe the undersea cable will be cut at some point. It will be eaten by a shark, just like the stories that we are given here. Ati the shark ate the undersea cable. That's why you are having a connection issue. Maybe it's Safaricom who had decided to just shut off their internet. The phone is about to fall off. The wind is coming from the other side. I usually don't record in this direction. I usually record from the other direction. Okay. Now, so that's that. I'm planning to get fiber Wi-Fi. After that, I upgrade to Starlink, and I'll be able to be accessing my internet anywhere I go. Considering that Starlink doesn't depend on undersea cable, it depends on the satellites above our Earth. So, and I'm seeing myself buying that when I'm in my own house, because I know I'm going to own a house very soon, in not so long a time. So Starlink, so as to manage my risks here of my work being disrupted, Starlink will be there. Now we have another thing. So yeah, I'm planning now. I said that I'm going to use 1 hour to create an FBS account. After that, in fact, I should research more about their reputation. I want to hear how the experience people have with FBS account in Kenya, so as to know, okay, kunaweza enda hivi. They usually have maybe customer care issue. They cannot call you. When you call them, they cannot pick. so I'll be aware of that, just to know my risks as I'm going after even my leverage. However, if I see this is too risky, I refrain from making an account with them. However, I saw someone else with a leverage of 2,000. I might go for that one, or any other that is close to that key figure, 2,000 and above. Now, that's that. I have talked about the 1 hour that I'm going to spend in my library. Now, there are the other hours. I now need to write the good introduction. Why this book is going to help people, even explain why I have included vegetables in these recipes, why I have included meat, why I have included less carbohydrates in the meat. So that's what I'm going to explain. I'm ideally explaining the concept of the foods that I've used in these recipes. When I'm done with the book, I think I'll give thanks to the Lord and tell him, me, I've done my part. I need now people to design my book cover. I need them to do this for me because I can't. This is not my profession. I need someone to design the book. Now, that's the point also. I'll be seeking people in the field talking about health and even the food that people are eating. The likes of Akina Health, Wellness, Dr. Who? I don't remember his name, but there are two individuals who are good at, same as, almost similar to Noel, Dr. Noel. He's from Australia or something. She recommends good food, good practices to keep healthy. Yeah. So such, I'll even contact them, tell them, okay, I'm writing this book about these foods. Why don't you just write something about maybe sugar? And I'm going to just communicate. So because I can't do this alone, bro. There are things you can do alone, however, there are things that you can't do alone. Something health. I'm not an expert in that area. However, I need expert opinions. In fact, I'll put them. They'll be part of the introduction. So yeah, that's my plan. Now I went to church. Hey, I had not expected to just talk that long about the various topics that I've touched. Now, I went to church, and today the father and the altar boys were all wearing purple. Purple means, is it power? Yeah, mostly means power. And yeah, the father today was very jovial. His father Wairo. It's not the new. Yeah, usually have almost every Sunday we have a new father. So today he was very jovial. He ended up even talking for 1 plus hour, which I felt amazing because he was giving his all. He was happy, by the way. I saw that and I enjoyed. Now he talked about faith, and he gave this example of this man who had complete faith in God. And this challenged me for a minute. I was like, why don't I be like even Abraham? God talks to him. He believes, okay, sawa, you have said, I believe 100%. That's why he's called the father of faith. This man, with the faith that he showed, hey, I need to reach that level. Okay, I usually have faith, but sometimes you just find yourself doubting because of the situational circumstances. Now, he talks about Abraham. Okay, he believed that God is going to do wonderful things for him. Now, the father talks about, okay, your blessings are coming. Okay, he knew that my blessings are coming, and I am assured that this is God. He's going to fulfill his words. Now, he decided to offer sacrifices in the altar. Was it the 7 pigeons, the 7 rams? I don't know. I just can't remember. The actual animals that he slaughtered. However, he even stayed there. He knew that God was going to come. Until he dozed off, that's when God decided to come. Now, the lesson that I pick from that short story, that even God is never late. He'll still come. He promised that he'll come. He will definitely going to come. He promised that he'll give you, he'll provide rent. He'll definitely come. Never have doubt. And he won't come at the time that you expected. You expect him. You expect him to come very fast at that time that you need him. He'll come at the right moment, the right time. Like this, the right time. That right time, he's going to come. When you almost gave up. In fact, I look at Abraham. I try to watch this, video of him slaughtering, chasing the birds away. He decided, okay, he did this in an open area. So he protected all the sacrifices with his might, with his power, all his power, until he was so tired, he dozed off. And he knew when definitely, okay, God is going to come. He said that he is going to come, yes. He's going to provide. He is going to provide. I think that's the faith that I need right now. The rent is going to be paid. It is going to be paid for 1 full year. I am never lacking anything. And I'll never be embarrassed of being kicked out of a house. In fact, it's not in my mind. I know my God is a truthful God. He's an honest God. He's a God of wonders. He will do wonders for me. Now, not such in a scenario will ever happen. Okay? Now, let me briefly talk about this concept of, things might go how they go, but trusting in God is what is important. Trusting that it's going to happen, that is what is important. Now, let me briefly talk about faith. Although there was a question, by the way, while God promised Abraham of the many things, the many blessings, Abraham had this one question. If it is true that you are going to, to bless me, show me a sign. Show me a sign. And God told him, okay, you see the stars? That's how your blessings will be. Imagine that's the word that I need right now. That's the word that I needed today. Show me a sign. Look at nature. Look how rich it is. And with that richness, you want to tell me that I won't be able to bless you with those richness? I'm seeing a lot of soil. And soil, it is small particles. They are in plenty here in my view. Let me just show it. Those soil are small particles. That's how abundant, God is going to bless me. I only need that sign. Look at how grass is in plenty behind me. Look at how grass is in plenty. Like, I'm counting each and every grass small plant. Look at how they are numerous. That's how abundance. That's how abundance. You are in such abundance if God is with you. Like, you actually don't need much, validation. Right now, I can't go, and Father, I want to ask against something. People who have faith will not ask for a sign. However, there are things that you are going to ask for signs. There are things that, and it has worked because it was it was important to have that, to be shown a sign. When I was still looking for my soulmate, I think I met people and was like, I don't know who they are. Show me a sign that they are not them. I received signs. Okay, there are things that will call for you to ask signs because clearly you don't have any idea. However, there are things that you know that God will take care of you. You don't need to ask for signs that I'm going. However, the universe will give you signs that something is going to happen. Maybe you are dreaming of a car. Signs will just come. Yeah, the universe is just an automated system. It will just deliver to you what you want. It will give you signs fast. That's what I've come to appreciate. So by that time that I was looking for my soulmate, I needed those signs to help me. Okay, this is the right person. Even with Diana, I said, okay, I'm not sure it's them. However, I need a sign. And that's when I realized, okay, she's a bit anxious when I'm with them. So that means we are not, we weren't meant to be together. And finally, like now my partner, I appreciate I have them. So actually, we have met in the church today. Now, have faith, complete faith that God is going to do something, and He is going to do something. Don't even doubt. Live in the moment of God will take care of it. I don't have to worry about anything. In fact, I won't be worried about rent anymore. You do the thing that you're supposed to do. While again you are expecting God to do something, you must be doing something in the physical world. I've shut off anything to do with the rent or even the household items. Shut off. Although the caretaker yesterday called me and remind me, was asking if I have completely brought my things to this place. So I know I'm about to negotiate about the rent. So we didn't talk about the rent yesterday, but I know for a fact. Now he offered me 2 deals. I'll be paying rent monthly. That will be 10,000, or in 2 months we pay once 16,000. 4,000 off. That's a discount. I was like, I'm not about to subscribe to those 2 ideas. I'm about to subscribe to another better idea. A full year. How much will be that? Each and every month. Like I decide to pay the whole year. How much will be that? I know there will be some discount. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I have faith for. Right now, I'm not going to subscribe to the 2. I'm going to go for a better one that will be favoring me and them, because they'll be receiving a lump sum. I don't know who is the landlord. I only know the caretaker. A lump sum. Maybe I live in peace, knowing very well that for a full year I'll be doing my own things in peace, knowing that no one will ever call me or come to my knock to my house and tell me. So I'm done with that. I know my rent will be paid for 1 full year. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. Now, he talked about faith, and faith should just be as Abraham's. If you believe God will do something, live in the moment of God will take care of it. And that's it. So I'm done. This is almost 50 minutes. I'm on 49 minutes. I don't have anything to, although the father talked about many things, but I don't want to talk about them right now. I'm tired, plus Masalai, I'm quenching for water. I don't have money for lunch today. I don't know what I'll do. I need someone to send me about maybe someone sends me 100. Someone should send me something. I buy lunch. I'm planning to go to Obra. This is a restaurant here. I go eat something, maybe chapo, because I will not eat again. This is my first meal and the last meal for today, and I'll be done. So right now I'm planning to go to the library. However, before that, I just want to make my prayer and just move to the library as soon as possible. However, I'm praying just that someone sends me some money. I buy lunch because the 800 shillings that I have, I don't want to touch it. I don't, because it is this is for the trade tomorrow. So yeah. However, if my positions remain positive, I'll update this in my tomorrow's diary. So yeah, I think I'm done with the today's mini diary. So remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, adios.